The St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots franchise has a new owner. City Sports Hong Kong, part of the City Group of companies, has purchased the franchise from St. Kitts and Nevis investor Dr. Uday Nayak. The announcement was made in a press conference on Monday at the Cayenne Jet private facility with the new owners, Dr. Nayak, and COO of the Hero Caribbean Premier League, CPL, Pete Russell. Minister of Sport and Deputy Prime Minister Sean Richards was also in attendance. Dr. Nayak explained the reason he sold the franchise.
We are an aviation company. We lease aircraft. We own this Cayenne Jet private terminal at the airport. By no means am I, by selling the team, withdrawing my investment from St. Kitts. As a matter of fact, I would look at more aviation-related activities at the airport, which is our core business. Selling the team was the cricket was the only non-core business in our group. And we live in London, we work from London, but we have this facility here, so it was always difficult to coordinate, and it was more out of passion for the game that we got involved in this. And I will continue my patronage of the team. I mean, unless he moves out of St. Kitts, which I hope he will never do that. But as long as the team is here, I will be a faithful follower, and I will support in any way we can.
The company is headed by Sushil Kumar and Narayan Kunder and were based in Hong Kong. Mr. Kumar told media at Monday's press conference that the state of the franchise is excellent and you're looking forward to the new season.
Our company has been looking into various opportunities for expansion beyond Hong Kong, and when this opportunity in St. Kitts and Nevis came across, we happily grabbed the opportunity, and I thank Dr. Nayak and his team for for having laid a wonderful foundation for the team here, and we are happy to take this forward to the next level. The Patriot franchise is actually in good shape, and it provided an attractive investment opportunity for us.
Meanwhile, Sports Minister Sean Richards lauded the contributions of Dr. Nayak to the franchise and the St. Kitts Nevis community and expressed hope that the new owners would also contribute to the St. Kitts and Nevis society in like manner.
I said earlier that under the ownership of Dr. Nayak, we not only saw the progress of the Patriots, but in terms of becoming involved in the local community. That is also a feature that we saw and one that we are most grateful for. We would hope that the new owners would become just as involved.
City Sports are not new to cricket franchise ownership. They own City K-Tak in Hong Kong, T20 Blitz, as well as being the former owners of Bloom City Blazers, a team who are scheduled to step out in cricket South Africa's now defunct Global T20 League. Venkatesh Sidar of City Sports disclosed on Monday that they sought opportunities to invest in a franchise in the CPL, and they have been in touch with Pete Russell of the CPL to that regard.
And as soon as an opportunity was available, we were keen on making a move, and we were very happy that the team that became available was the Patriots, because we have seen in the last 2 years how the Patriots team has changed and evolved and grown, and also the tremendous support that the St. Kitts and Nevis fans have given to Patriots. The Patriots is like really the team of St. Kitts and Nevis, and it represents the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis across the world. And so which is why we decided to go ahead and purchase the franchise of SKN Patriots.
The Patriots team has been part of the CPL since 2015, finished as runners-up in 2017 and in third place in 2018. The current team is led by Chris Gale, who has been at the forefront of the team's success during his 2 years as captain. I'm Andre Huey for SKN Newsline. A US-based company has begun work at the sanitary landfill in Connery to process scrap metal to be shipped outside of the Federation. Enclave Resources this week have set up their equipment at a section at the landfill to crush all derelict vehicles, old appliances, and metals in a process known as baling and logging. Within a few hours on Monday and Tuesday, the company has managed to compact a large portion of scrap metal on a section of the landfill. This is how the process works. Jeff Fonsom, Business Development Director at Enclave Resources, explained what is done with the processing of scrap metal.
We yesterday initiated the processing of metal scrap, which has been very nicely accumulated, neatly accumulated here at the landfill on St. Kitts. Our focus is on any derelict, abandoned scrap, not just cars, derelict vehicles, but also stoves, ovens, galvanized, anything with metal on it, or even mostly metal. It doesn't have to be 100% metal. And what we do behind me, you can see a large overbuilt car logger baler. It weighs just shy of 100,000 pounds with 120 tons of crushing force. We take vehicles and washers, dryers, ovens, stoves, and we crush them into these cubes that you see here.
Mr. Folsom said the company has a 5-year contract for the processing of scrap metal on the island.
When we have about 20 cubes, that equals one export container. We're getting out about 22 tons, net tons in a container. We carefully load the container or a flat rack, and we export it back to Florida, whereby it goes through our contract impact shredder and then to the largest steel mill in America, Nucor, where we have a contract. And they melt it down and we'll use this in new steel products again. Then at that point, he'll instruct me to start working with his collection manager, and we'll come up with some ideas and a path forward to helping get product removed off the island or around the island.
Meanwhile, Mr. Keithley Phillip, General Manager of the St. Kitts Solid Waste Management Corporation, the SWMC, disclosed that a great amount of work has been done over the last 2 days.
The intent really, and if the cameras pan over here, you realize that all of this has already been taken up. All of this has already been taken up, so we have been doing a lot of work within just the 2 days that we have been here.
That's correct.
And so by admission, we have done, what, about 2 container loads?
I would say right now we probably have double that. I'd say close to 4 container loads and about 100-ton baled, 90 to 100-ton baled so far.
Minister responsible for the SWMC, Mr. Eugene Hamilton, was on site for a demonstration of how the metals are being processed. He spoke of the importance of this exercise in improving environmental health.
I want to make an appeal to all those who are listening to this event today to consider the damage, the danger that you create when you put derelict vehicles outside in the garbage, in the bushes. They collect water. Water is stagnant. Stagnant water breeds mosquitoes. Mosquitoes carry diseases. Mosquitoes carry dengue. We have had the trouble with chikungunya. We've had trouble with Zika.
Mr. Folsom further disclosed that each bale of scrap weighs over 2,300 pounds, and it takes about 5 minutes to create a bale.
I find it intolerable, the behavior of Magistrate Harris.
Those were the words of Director of Public Prosecution Baston Graham on Monday in an interview with WinFM, confirming reports of a standoff between his office and Magistrate Donna Harris, a sister of Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris. The issue arose Monday after Magistrate Harris threw Crown Counsel Tishawn Vasquez out of her court on Monday morning. Graham pulled his Crown Counsel and court orderlies from Harris's courtroom with immediate effect and until further notice. He requested an urgent meeting with Acting Senior Magistrate Renaud Benjamin.
I need to make something very clear. I would never be an obstructionist to justice. My job is to further the delivery of justice in this federation.
So when I took the decision today to suspend my prosecutors and court orders from appearing before Magistrate Harris, it was done with proper justification in my view. I will meet with Senior Magistrate Mr. Benjamin and I'll try to resolve the issue. But I find it intolerable, the behavior of Magistrate Harris. You cannot insult, ridicule, and denigrate the prosecutors that appear before you. And without justification, I have tolerated long enough. I'm not putting up with it anymore. Until the magistrate gets it right, and until I'm satisfied that my prosecutors are going to be treated with respect, I'm sending no prosecutor back before her. It's as simple as that.
SK Newsline understands that 5 young men appearing in court for the first time were ordered by Magistrate Harris to plead. But this is reportedly not the correct procedure, since the charges are indictable matters. Reports are that Crown Counsel Vasquez tried on several occasions to bring this to the attention of Magistrate Harris, but she refused to hear him. Harris ordered Vasquez to sit and eventually ordered him to leave her courtroom despite the intervention of other lawyers present. According to the report, Ms. Harris has declined to comment. Meanwhile, President of the St. Kitts Nevis Bar Association, Dale Joseph Rowe, has broken her silence and admitted that members of the legal profession have repeatedly expressed dissatisfaction with the manner unbecoming of a magistrate in which Magistrate Donna Harris addresses and conducts herself towards lawyers appearing before her. The Bar Association issued a statement Tuesday following Monday's decision of the DPP to pull his prosecutorial officers and orderlies from the courtroom of Magistrate Donna Harris. The Bar Association, in a statement, described the incident as most unfortunate. The Bar Association president said the occurrence raises serious issues which go to the heart of the administration of justice in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. The Bar Association is satisfied, it said in the statement, that the occurrence is by no means an isolated one, and supported the decision of DPP Graham to suspend prosecutorial services at Magistrate Harris's court until the issues surrounding the conduct on the bench of Magistrate Harris have been satisfactorily addressed. The St. Kitts Nevis Bar Association wholeheartedly supports the DPP in his decision, the Bar President said. SK Newsline will continue to monitor this matter as it progresses. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.
At Nagico, the things that matter to you matter to us. Like knowing you're fully covered after an accident, the security of your home and everything in it that means so much to you. And knowing that even when the weather does its worst, you and your family are covered. At Nagico, we're about much more than just insurance. We're about the big things and the small things that mean everything.
Would winning a Samsung Note 9 make your Easter extra special? Yes? Then hop on into KFC and let's make your dream come true. It's your chance to win a brand new Samsung Note 9. It's simple. Spend $30 or more at KFC. Log on to www.kfcstkidssurvey.com. Complete the survey, write the validation code at the back of your receipt along with your name and phone number, and return to any cashier. Draw date 18th April. Make this Easter extra special with KFC. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Meridian Medical Pharmacy is the best place to get your pharmaceutical products. We make filling prescriptions easy. Our well-stocked pharmacies are ready to serve you. Check us for medical supplies, skin products, supplements, and so much more. Ask about flu vaccines. At Meridian Medical Pharmacy, we are focused on offering a professional, personalized pharmacy experience. Our service is personal, compassionate, and friendly. Located at our state-of-the-art medical facilities at the corner of South Independence Square Street and Adlam Street in downtown Bastyr, St. Kitts. And now we have a new branch on Frigate Bay Road in the Sugars Complex. Call 465-5096 and 465-3306 or email pharmacy@meridianmedcons.com. Visit Meridian Medical Pharmacy today and experience professional customer care and fast prescription filling service. Meridian Medical Pharmacy.
Dr. Denzel Douglas, leader of the opposition, the St. Kitts and Nevis Labour Party, has alleged that the government allowed overseas agents to undercut the Citizenship by Investment Program, CBI.
It appears that the government is allowing some overseas agents to further undercut the program in the corrupt scheme.
Speaking at the Labour Party press conference recently, Dr. Douglas said that investors pay money to get property, but they are only pretending to sell property.
Under the real estate option of our CBI, an investor pays US $200,000 or 400,000 US dollars to purchase property from a developer. The investor will get some property, maybe a villa, legally transferred to him. Under this corrupt scheme, the developer is not really selling any property. They are only pretending to do so. The investor pays an undercut price of US $150,000, but he does not get any property in exchange for that money. Of course, the government gets its transfer fees, but the investor, he gets no property in exchange for that money. That US $150,000 is then shared between the developer and those corrupt people in government who are supporting the scheme.
He then alleged wanton sale of St. Kitts Nevis passports in the Middle East.
But it gets even worse. Our passport is being offered for even lower amounts. There are advertisements all over the Middle East offering the St. Kitts Nevis passports for as low as US $145,000 or US $113,000 or even US $99,000, and in some cases for a family of 4 persons.
The government of St. Kitts and Nevis has denied any wrongdoing within the CBI program. In fact, in a press release issued from the Prime Minister's press secretary earlier this month, it pointed to who the claimed to be industry leaders hailing the St. Kitts Nevis CBI program as an example of a reliable and first-class program, based on best practices and strict due diligence procedure. The release claimed that reforms introduced under the Team Unity government have reinforced the strength and stability of the country's program, the longest-running CBI program in the world. I am Chiari Morton for SKN Newsline.
St. Kitts and Nevis Bar Association said Friday it has received assurances that legal practitioners and litigants will be treated with respect by Magistrate Donna Harris. The Bar Association's statement Friday followed one issued earlier in the week by its president, Dahlia Joseph Rowe, that gave support to a decision of the Director of Public Prosecution, Mr. Valston Graham, to pull his prosecutorial officers and orderlies from the courtroom of Magistrate Harris, a sister of Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris, after she threw out a Crown Counsel. In its statement Friday, the Bar Association again commended Mr. Graham for taking a strong stand in defense of a member of the Bar, Crown Counsel Tishon Vasquez, following the recent incident involving Magistrate Harris. Referring to responses from the public, including attorney Mr. Terence Byron Jr., the Bar Association noted the various comments, allegations, and discussions in the media recently, some of which are intended to portray the Bar Association in a negative light and make allegations against Mr. Vasquez and others to distract the public from the issues at hand. The sole focus and aim of the Council of the St. Kitts and Nevis Bar Association in the recent issue is to see that the Magistrates' Court is conducted in a way that is professional and respectful to all who use the services of the court, including attorneys at law, so that we have a justice system that inspires confidence in those who approach the court seeking justice, the Bar said. The bar noted that as a result of the request by DPP Graham for a meeting, a speedy resolution has been reached in the interest of the administration of justice, and look forward to the magistrates' court being conducted in a manner which respects the role of legal practitioners as being integral to our system of justice and the protection of the rights of litigants. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline. It has been a violent week in St. Kitts and Nevis with several shooting incidents leading to 3 homicides. Police are investigating a shooting incident which occurred Monday night on Ponds Pasture in which a man was fatally wounded. The incident occurred at about 10 p.m. on Monday, February 11th. Investigations so far have revealed that 28-year-old Eric Thompson, also known as Junjun of Ponds Pasture, had arrived at his home when he was shot several times about the body by a lone gunman. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Members of the crime scene unit visited and processed the scene and collected items of evidential value. Investigations into the matter are ongoing. Meanwhile, forensic pathologist Dr. Valerie Alexandrov performed autopsies on the bodies of 33-year-old Musa Warner and 22-year-old Shaquem Stevens on Sunday, February 10th. Dr. Alexandrov concluded that Stevenson's death was a result of gunshot wounds to the head and Warner's death was a result of multiple gunshot wounds to the body. Sometime after 10 p.m. on Friday, February 8th, 33-year-old Musa Ziggy Warner and 22-year-old Shaquem Warner were shot multiple times about the body by masked gunmen. They were transported to the JNF hospital by the Emergency Medical Service, where they later succumbed to their injuries. Members of the crime scene unit visited and processed the scene. They collected items of evidential value. In other police news, a quantity of drugs was seized by the police during a joint search operation Thursday, February 7th. Officers from the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force and soldiers from the St. Kitts Nevis Defense Force uncovered 325 grams of cocaine and 111 grams of cannabis that were hidden in an abandoned house in the Newtown area. No one was held accountable for the find, but police said investigations into the matter are ongoing. The police have pledged to continue their efforts to eradicate the trade of illegal firearms and drugs from communities within the Federation. I'm Andre Huey, reporting for SKN Newsline.
Creole Restaurant and Bar at the Sugars Complex specializes in authentic local and Caribbean cuisine. Visit us every day for our fine dishes, excellent juices, and great customer service. Why cook on Fridays? Try our Friday buffet lunch menu of spice, rub ribs, stewed chicken, wings with seasoned rice, crepes, organic mixed salad, sweet potato pie, steamed vegetables, and so much more. Get a complimentary drink with a buffet only at $45 EC, or try our lunch special every day. There is something sumptuous in store. Creole Restaurant and Bar, located upstairs Sugars Complex. Call 465-2473 or 662-2473. Creole Restaurant and Bar, the perfect getaway.
For all your printing needs at top-notch quality, go to Digital Print Plus, located on Princess Street, Bastyr, St. Kitts. At Digital Print Plus, you get the best in business cards, letterheads, envelopes, wristbands, tent cards, rack cards, flyers, brochures, logo designs, posters, photos, architectural designs, 3D renderings, and so much more. Digital Print Plus gives you the best quality at competitive prices. Contact us at 767-7468 or email digitalprintskn@gmail.com or follow us on Facebook at digitalprintskn. Digital Print Plus, for all your printing needs at the best quality.
Change the way you watch TV. Introducing EarTV KN, the new way to watch TV. Watch real-time TV, your favorite shows and channels on any smart TV or mobile device from any location. Starting as low as $75 per month, get up to 3 devices connected on one account. With EarTV, you can watch movies on demand. Over 4,000 titles to choose from, with 3-day trials available. Works on Amazon Fire TV devices, Android phone tablets, and Apple iPhone and iPad. Includes over 500 channels in HD and 4K. Simple to use plug-in and play technology, and pay as you go month to month. No long-term commitments, no cancellation fee, and get professional support. Call us to subscribe to Ear TV KN at 869-661-2478 or check us out on Facebook. Make your television experience greater by getting Ear TV KN now. Incredible, impressive, and affordable. Ear TV KN.
Get up mornings with Carly Springett on Voice of the Caribbean Radio, Monday to Fridays, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Be energized from the spoken word, daily blessings, black facts, health tips, divine connections, kingdom happenings, weather, SRN news, and more, with star-studded interviews and testimonies and practical principles to help listeners do what the mantra proclaims. Get Up Mornings with Carl D. Springett from Faith Walkins, Love Talkins, and Joy Livings. Get up and be energized with Carl D. Springett, Monday to Fridays, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Voice of the Caribbean Radio at voiceofthecaribbean.net. Get up mornings with Carl D. Springett. Uptown Pizza and Cafe in Charlestown, Nevis offers the widest variety in sumptuous lunches found anywhere on the island. Come for a delicious pizza of any topping: pepperoni, veggie, margarita, chicken and pineapple, and more. Try the special dishes: wings at various flavors, sweet Thai chili, spicy barbecue, and more. Uptown Pizza and Cafe also offers the best in burgers: Fiesta Burger, barbecue cheddar burger, and much more. Come to Uptown Pizza and Cafe, located at Cedar Trees, Charlestown, opposite the park. Call 663-0525 or 469-3052. Also visit them on Facebook. Search Uptown Pizza. Uptown Pizza and Cafe. Local cuisine, international flavor. I'm Andre Huey for SK Newsline. I'm coming to you from Caracas, Venezuela, at a mall in an area called Las Proceras. And we've had a chance to speak to some of the persons here. We spoke to persons in the supermarket, one of the supermarkets here, as well as in the mall itself. We've gotten a dichotomy of views, a mixture of views. There are people who support the government of Nicolas Maduro. There are others who support Juan Guaido. And most of the sentiments that were expressed from persons, regardless of who they support, is that the prices for goods in the supermarket are quite high. We looked at some of the basic items. Bread, for example, runs in the region of just over 3,000 bolivares, which is close to $1 US. But the minimum wage is about 18,000 bolivares. And so when you think of bread selling at that price, you're looking at almost a quarter of what persons would get as minimum wage. But let's hear the views of some of the persons we spoke to in the supermarket, as well as in and around the mall itself. And like I said, there's a mixture of views depending on who you speak with. There are some who support the government of Nicolas Maduro, and there are others who support Juan Guaido. There are others, for the most part, who want to see a peaceful resolution to what's happening in Venezuela.
Se ha muy de difícil de conseguir.
He says that Venezuelans are living like a nervous moments right now, a nervous time, because it's a really unknown scenario. And he says that he has been presenting some difficulties to provide from food and medicines because of the financial block. So he says that if the aid that it's coming is good and it's not provoking a war, a political crisis, he's well welcome. But if not, what is the point of that?
Does he support President Nicolas Maduro Moros, or does he support interim President Juan Guaido?
¿Usted apoya al presidente Maduro o apoya al presidente interino?
A la Asamblea Nacional.
He says that he supports the National Assembly, not Guaido or nor Maduro, but the National Assembly and their law.
Does he support military intervention in Venezuela?
Dice que si usted apoya una intervención militar en Venezuela.
No la apoyo. Pero tampoco apoyo una intervención rusa ni cubana, ni China.
He doesn't support military intervention from the USA, but doesn't.
The area of Los Proceras is heavily guarded because a military camp is located in this vicinity. The mall was no exception, as the presence of the security forces was very visible. One of them inquired of our hosts and translators about what the Caribbean journalists were doing. The matter seemed to have been resolved, and we were allowed to continue.
Continuing with the question, he said that he doesn't support the U.S. intervention, a military intervention from the U.S., but he doesn't support any intervention from Russia, China, or Cuba.
Hambre, hambre.
He says that
la ayuda humanitaria. Aquí ese hombre miente.
Un momento.
Miente. Aquí pasamos hambre. Yo paso hambre. Todos pasamos hambre. Los niños muriéndose, desnutridos. Queremos la ayuda humanitaria y que venga a Estados Unidos y lo saque. Porque ya basta. Nosotros tenemos hambre, necesidades. Ya basta de ser mentiroso. Ya que se vaya, que nos den paz.
Claro, que se vaya, así que he's saying that he doesn't support Maduro because he's the one who's restraining their food, and she doesn't find any medicines or she doesn't find any food or anything, and she said that Maduro has to leave.
Ask her who she supports, President Maduro or interim President Juan Guaido.
Si usted apoya al presidente Maduro o apoya al presidente interino Juan Guaidó.
No, apoyo al presidente Juan Guaidó, porque quiero que en verdad aquí entre la ayuda humanitaria, porque en verdad hay hambre en Venezuela, lo hay, y hay mucha desnutrición, muchos niños recogiendo de la basura, y se ha incrementado mucho la delincuencia.
She said that she supports Juan Guaidó because there are so many kids with the malnutrition, desnutrition, and there are many people eating from the garbage. And she said that she needs the intervention from the U.S.
Ask her, what about the subsidies that the government puts on basic food items to cushion the impact on the...
El gobierno pone como subsidios, o sea, protege los precios del pollo, del huevo, ¿sabes?
Nosotros no tenemos acceso.
She said that she doesn't have the access to that products. They have this distribution system that sometimes get by the corruption and the corrupted people that give us, que se les dan a sus amigos, su familia, los productos subsidiados. And they give us to the family, to their friends, the ones that distribute the subsidized products.
Yes. So she supports Mr. Maduro. What does she think about Mr. Juan Guaido?
¿Qué opinas de Juan Guaidó? She says that Juan Guaidó is someone that is not a man, is not a respectable man, because a man doesn't give her, he gives her face to the public, and he doesn't, she thinks that Juan Guaidó is giving his body to make him president, is the reference. And Maduro was elected democratic in a universal manner, and she supported the government.
As we were about to wrap up our interview, the security personnel again stepped in, and it was time to go. Despite the animated discussions between our hosts from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Venezuela and the officers, we were assured by her that everything was okay. And so there you have it, some of the views of persons here in Venezuela at a mall in Las Proceras here in Caracas. Reporting for SK Newsline from Caracas, Venezuela, I'm Andre Huey. The Venezuelan embassy in Bastia St. Kitts, like its counterparts in other countries, have been struggling to pay their bills, including staff, due to primarily U.S. sanctions on Venezuela. That country, for several months, has been unable to wire transfer funds to the account of its embassy in St. Kitts because the corresponding banks of local banks in Europe, Canada, and the U.S. are rejecting the funds. SK Newsline, while away in Venezuela, spoke to Venezuelan Vice Minister of Caribbean Affairs Raul Lecausi, who confirmed the situation and explained that solutions are being sought to permanently address the problem.
It is true that we have had faced difficulties transferring the money. It is to have the money in your account and trying to transfer to pay some accounts and to not being able to do it because sanctions is always a difficult thing to approach. We have working solutions. Unfortunately, because of the situation and because every time that we find a solution, they try to block it. We cannot give you details, but yes, we have our personal and the debts that we have in each country are being addressed properly. We obviously are always going to have some delays, but we are currently, because basically we do have the money, we just need to get it there. So we have find solutions to get the money there.
We asked the Vice Minister if Petrocaribe could provide a solution.
Absolutely. Some of the solutions that we have found come from that way. The government, not only in St. Kitts, but in the all Eastern Caribbean countries, have been very helpful, trying to help us to get these debts and to our people there to be covered.
Cryptocurrency, do you think the Petro, for example, can be a solution to address some of these challenges that Venezuela has?
It's actually been a solution. It's already been worked well with some countries. We just need, of course, these new ideas. We need to put them formally on the table and to start looking for what other solutions we can bring. But definitely is part of the future, is definitely working, and it is going to be a success in the future, yes.
Meanwhile, the Vice Minister thanked CARICOM and continued to appeal for their support in the standoff between Venezuela and the U.S.
So we always thank not only in this scenario, but we also have to say that we applaud the role of leadership that Prime Minister Harris has had as chairman of CARICOM. We're looking forward to go to St. Kitts to attend to the intersessional meeting of CARICOM. Even if we're not part of CARICOM, we will be there because we do care a lot about our relationship with the Caribbean, and we say that we need to thank the position, not only that St. Kitts, but CARICOM has had, and going to New York, going to Uruguay, looking for solutions, because in the region you understand the risk of another different approach with the Venezuelan situation.
Crippling economic sanctions have continued to pile pressure on President Nicolas Maduro and his government, who has been accused by the U.S. and several in the international community as a dictator. International opponents of President Maduro have thrown their support behind opposition leader Juan Guaido, who has declared himself as interim president. There is a scarcity of food and medicines, and whatever food is available is very expensive due to hyperinflation. On the weekend, clashes erupted at the Venezuelan and Colombian borders as Venezuelans seeking to bring humanitarian aid delivered by the U.S. in Colombia were blocked by Venezuelan military troops stationed at the border. President Maduro has repeatedly accused the U.S. government of using the humanitarian aid as a political ploy to justify military intervention in Venezuela, and has since closed their borders with Colombia and Brazil. Maduro has also sought to expel Colombian diplomats from the country, breaking off ties with one of their closest South American neighbors. I'm Andre Huey, reporting for SKN Newsline.
The Ocean Terrace Inn celebrated its 50th anniversary. SKN Newsline spoke to the manager of OTI, who said that it's an overwhelming feeling and that they are celebrating the fact that they are certified as the only hospitality hotel.
It is an overwhelming feeling because we are not just celebrating 50 years of the Ocean Terrace Inn in operation, but we are also celebrating the fact that we are just certified as the only hospitality assured hotel here in St. Kitts. So it is a tremendous feeling. It's been a lot of hard work, so congratulations to my team. Congratulations to the employees who would have also moved on. They would have participated greatly in this program.
He also stated that OTI started with the Pereira family, who contributed and is still contributing tremendously.
And even though the father would have, the founder would have passed on, his sons, they're doing an amazing job because they still have businesses here in St. Kitts that is still very vibrant, and so they are great contributors of the tourism product here in St. Kitts and Nevis. So I want to say kudos to the family, thank you to the family, and congratulations to the listening and the viewing public for making us who we are in St. Kitts.
Meanwhile, Minister of Tourism Lindsey Grant said the transformation over the past 50 years at OTI has been phenomenal, being the first hotel on St. Kitts.
That is really a significant milestone
the OTI being one of the very first hotels in St. Kitts and Nevis. If I recall, at the time they started out with about 5 rooms, and the transformation over the last 50 years has been phenomenal. And so we have to congratulate not only the team that is here at present at the Ocean Terrace Inn, but also those who have toiled in the vineyard for over 50 years, and more specifically the Pereira family, who were the founders of the Ocean Terrace Inn.
He then stated that OTI stands out amongst all other hotels in the tourism industry. I am Chiari Morton for SKN Newsline.